Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be having a look at the sneaker bot Thunder First Come First Serve. It's also known as ThunderIO, but Thunder First Come First Serve is kind of the specific bot name. Now this bot goes for around $2,500 from what I can tell. However, this price may fluctuate, but I've had this bot for a month and we're going to talk about, is it worth $2,500, what I've got with it, should you buy it, and also just what it's like to use as a bot and how to use it. It's CLI, so some people might want to know that. A lifetime key goes for around 2,800 and a renewal goes for about 2,000. Now, they are meant to be releasing a bunch of new sites, so this is probably going to go up if you're watching this maybe a month later. Obviously, you'll have to check prices yourself. The bot has a huge site list, and it's actually one of the biggest site lists I've seen in a bot ever. And one of the best things about the site list is the sites are actually maintained a lot of the time. And if they're kind of not maintained, they will take them off the site list. So I'm going to have an image on screen up there with all the sites on it. This is crazy. And actually, in the update that is meant to be coming soon, they are also going to be adding ASOS, Mesh, US foot sites. You have the whole of Foot Locker EU, which is now a new region. And then you also have Slam Jam and 3 more unknown sites that we don't know yet. So obviously, this is going to be a huge update, but let's not talk about the update. Let's get straight into the bot and what it's actually like to use. So first of all, I'm just going to show you how tasks are done. So tasks are done in CSV files, and as you can see here, it's quite messy. So basically, your task CSV is your main task file. So if I double click that, you can see the most recent site I was running, which as you can see here was Offspring, and it was on the Jordan 1 mid, restock of this mid. Didn't manage to get any pairs, but I was at school on my phone, team viewing over when it was too late. But as you can see here, we have the profiles. So this is where you put your profiles. Yes, it does support profiles. It's not like Ganesh, where you would have to individually kind of type your card details. Then you obviously have the site in all capitals. They have, as you saw, huge site list. You put the site in, very easy. Now, some sites will have special modes, fast safe. Offspring does have a few modes, but the normal mode, which is where you just have nothing in, was working the best. You then put URL, and you can also put PID. Random URL, this is for sites where they have a fast mode, maybe a pre-cart, where you can put a random URL in there. You then have size, the email, this is the domain, so mine's a catch-all, so I put that in, and that will be used as the catch-all. You then have the payment, this will be CC, PP, or maybe in a few ones there'll be others. PP is PayPal. And then moving along here, the reason why these aren't filled in is just because they're not used for this site. So Offspring, you don't need a custom shipping method, a custom region. You could use a timer if you wanted to, but I do not advise using a timer. You can then have monitor tasks. This is when it's essentially a waterfall. If it detects one, it will then start all the others. And then obviously we want a proxy on everything. A discount code, don't need it. And harvester, we're running 2 capture. So let's shut that. So essentially, if I wanted to do that, I would double click Thunder First Come First Serve, as you can see here. We'll wait for it to start up. It takes a second, but it's fairly quick. They do sometimes have trouble starting up. So there we can go, it is started up. So to do that, would you press 1? Because we wanted to start tasks from standard task file and proxy file. So your standard proxy file is this one here, proxy.txt. So these are your 2 standard ones. Now, I know there's loads of other ones, but like I said, I'll get into that in a second. But the standard one is the proxy.txt and task.csv. And if we open that up and press 1, and then here you can do shock drop mode. This is where if you press 2 and enter, you can paste in a link, and then that will change all your links in the CSV to run this. And if I wanted to start it normally, I could just press 1, and this would start all the tasks, and boom, everything will load. Now, I was using this method when it just started because they were kind of organized drops. However, when there began to be shock drops, I started creating more task files, and as you can see here, Opium, Off-White, that was the default one, Courir, and I was renaming them all. However, Thunder thought about this. That's a bad idea, and I was doing that wrong. So I've actually put them in here just to show you what it would look like. However, if you go into the customs tasks file here, this is where you can put all your other tasks. So as you can see, tasks Opium, Off-White, default, Courir, Converse, Selfridges. So if one of these does drop, and this is where you would have tasks Offspring, what you can do is you can open up Thunder, and you can press 3. So this is starting a task from a custom task file. Boom. And as you can see here, this is all the ones in that folder there. So we wanted to start an Off-White task. Let's say they shock drop something. I could press 8. And then I can select my proxy. So here you can have, these are all my proxy choices that are in my custom proxy file here. So from here, I can go and choose my ping, proxies, ISPs, press 6. And then from here, you can start shock drop or then start specific site tasks. But if there was a shock drop, I could change the link like that and if I need to start them, I can start them all like this. It's a bit complicated, but essentially you can have all your tasks accessible to you like that. And I haven't really seen a CLI bot do that before. Ganesh does it much worse in a big kind of chunky CLI. This keeps it all very, very neat. And I do think this is the perfect option for shock drops. And to X out of these, you can just press X and that exits you out of all of these. And it takes you back to the start. You also have an account generator, and this is to generate accounts for sites like Courir. So like I said, that's how custom tasks file works. You put in your tasks in here, and then you can kind of go to them anytime through the custom tasks file. And then you can have all your different proxies in here, so you can access them like that. Now, in your profiles.csv, that is where you will set up all of your profiles. So this is where you'll put in your card details, your name, last name, etc. Now, in settings.json is where all of your information will go. So this is where you put your license key. This is also where you link to all of the tasks and profile default CSVs you want to use. Your max tries. This is where you can put your AYCD tokens if you have that. I've done a video on that up there. You can click on that. This is where you also put your webhook, to capture cap monster. You can then also choose your capture option, delay, monitor delay, and harvester port, as well as the max Chrome instances, all here, all in the settings JSON. As I'm sure you can tell, this bot is very simple, and it's kind of crammed in a way. They've made it so simple, it's just tasks, proxies, settings, and profiles, and that's it, right? And that's all you've got to work with, and it has really, really good success, and I'm a big fan of this simplistic kind of style. I don't think bots should be overcomplicated. Have a settings file, have profiles, then have custom tasks, custom proxies, and you're literally done. And it's that simple, and it's that easy to set up that when there's a drop, you just start tasks, you press start, you know, you can set your delay, you can actually update it live. So if you update this file with your delay or monitor delay, it will change it like that in your tasks, which is really, really helpful. You can also do that with the link. So what you may be wondering is this bot any good? You know, I've used this bot for nearly a month now. What have I got with it? And I'm happy to say I got 2 off-white Converses with it. Right, here they are. I've got them here in their boxes. Right, here you go. And as you can see, I mean, these are doing all right on resale. But 2 pairs isn't the best. Especially a bot like this that literally got thousands of pairs. What happened? This actually isn't a story. I got way more than 2 pairs. And I'm going to put a clip in right now of me hitting how many pairs I got. So yeah, I actually managed to get 17 pairs of these. I want to see if you can see that in the camera right there. This is actually a size 6.5. Yeah, I managed to hit 17 pairs of these, which is insane. Emails for all of them as well, which is great. A mixture of credit card and PayPal. The webhook was going crazy that day. However, because I'm a very, very intelligent man, I used the same profile, so I got cancelled like crazy. I have no idea why. I set up so quickly for the Converse drop. I just kind of chucked in the same profile because I was just trying to set up quickly. And I didn't change it, and I hate myself so much because I could have got so many more. You cannot fault Thunder at all for hitting 17 pairs of an off-white shoe. That is incredible. So the success really does show itself there. You can't deny that that is incredible. And this is essentially the biggest clip that I hit on a bot. And to be fair, 2 pairs isn't even bad when you think about it. I should be able to make a good bit of profit with these 2 pairs here. As you can see, the user, that was me, was an error. But yeah, Thunder did incredibly. So that takes me to the question, is it worth $2,500? Because that is a lot of money. And right now, I'm going to say yes. Like I said, with that update just around the corner, with sites like Mesh, US Foot sites, etc., with that coming, and we know that is coming, that is huge. I mean, I would say buy this bot now, and although you have the monthly fee, and that will be annoying, you can see I've easily paid for many, many months with those 2 shoes there, and that could have been 17 if I could have been bothered to put that in there. Now, honestly, from me using bots, this has been one of my favorite bots to use. I only got a monthly key, but I'd love to use this bot for longer because I hit the most pairs with it, really, that I've ever hit on a drop. It was super easy to use, and if you are looking for a good bot, I would definitely say consider this. It's this and Flare that you want to be fighting with at the moment. Now, obviously, I would say consider Burst, but they're being a bit more secretive, and I don't know too much information about what it's like to use, but I've seen lots of good success. However, you cannot deny Thunder as an option if you are looking in that top price bracket. Some of Thunder's best sites, I would say, are Converse, as you can tell from me hitting that many pairs. Also, Offspring and Office, it does really well on them. But it also does really well on Courir. They've got loads of different modes for that. When Courir made some slight changes, they made some guest checkouts. The devs are on it like that. And also KithEU. I did actually get some payment declines on the Travis Scott 6s, which hurt. with Thunder. So if they went through, who knows, I would probably just shout at you and tell you to buy this bot. Like the video if you enjoyed, and comment below any other bots you want to see me review and talk about. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.